Good morning, students. In previous class, I have explained exercise 14.2 till 6th one, isn't it? So let me continue from 7th one. They have given the value of pi up to 50 decimal places in a given below. They have given the decimal number, isn't it? What is that? It is the value of pi. You have heard about pi, isn't it? That is when you use in circumference of a circle, isn't it? So you have used in those formulas, isn't it? Like 2 pi r or pi r square, you have saw that pi, isn't it? So this is the value of that pi. So it will go on, but they have taken till 50 decimal point. So after decimal point, when you count it, you will get 50. So you have to count after decimal point. So it is the value of the pi. They have given till 50 decimal places. So I have written that number. They have given 3.141592653589 793238462647343388371693993751. So when you count it, you will get 50 decimal point after decimal point. You will get 50 decimal places after this decimal point. What you have to need, what you have to do it, make a frequency distributions of the digit from 0 to 9 after the decimal point. Don't include before the decimal point, don't include. You have to include after the decimal point. You have to make a frequency distribution for which one? For the numbers 0 to 9. Let me write the digits. So digits, what you have to consider? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What you have to do? You have to look for this digit in this given data. So you have to look for 0 after decimal point and you have to count it and you have to write the frequency. Isn't it? You know that. You have to count it and you have to write it for 0, for 1, for 2, for 3, like 4. Similarly, you have to write till 9 and you have to total it. Isn't it? So you have to count it. For this one is first one. You have to make a frequency distribution. So look for 0 digit in this given number. After decimal point, you have to search it. After decimal point, search it for 0. Do you have any 0 here? So here you have 1 0. In the second row, here you have another 0. How many zeros are there? 2. Therefore, frequency becomes 2. Now look for 1. So look for 1, 1, 2. Move. Here you have 3, 4, and 5. You have 5. That means you have 1 digit in 5 times. They have given 1 digit for 5 times. Next, which number you have to find that? 2. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5. Move for 3. So as I told you, you have to see the numbers after decimal point. Don't include this number 3 because it is before the decimal point. Don't include that. So look for 3 number after decimal point. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8, 8, 3. Isn't it? Next, move to 4. As I told you, after decimal points, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4. Number you have 4 times. Move to next 5. After decimal points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 for 5 times, isn't it? Similarly, 6. 1, 2, 3. Here you have 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4. Move to 7 for frequency. After decimal point, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 7 4 times. Similarly, for next one, 8. After decimal point, look for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5. 9. Counted from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8. 8 times 9 is repeated. 9 has repeated. So what you have to do? You have to total it. Total from here, from the beginning, you have to total. So 5 plus 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 plus 8, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 plus 5, 29. 29 plus 4, 33. 33. 33 plus 4, 37. 37 plus 5, 42. 48. 42 plus 8, so which is 50. So why you have totaled it? But to verify how many decimal places are there. So they have given 50 places. So isn't it? We have verified. The total also 50. So therefore it is verified. Next, what you have to do is second subdivision they have given. In 7th one, second one they have given. What are the most and least frequency occurring digits? You have to find the digits. What are the most and least frequency occurring digits? They have not asked about frequency. They have asked about digits. You have to concentrate on digits. What is the most occurring digits? Most repeated digits. When you observe the frequency, which has the highest. So this one, that is for the digit 3, you have frequency 8. Similarly, for 9, both are same. No, they are same. They have same number. So we need to write 3 as well as 9. Why we have to write 3 and 9? Because we have to mention the digit. They have not asked about frequency. They have clearly mentioned, write what are the most and least frequently occurring digits, which are occurred frequently, most frequently, which digits occurred frequently. We have to write. So this digit occurred frequently. So that is 3. And also when you observe the data, this 9 also have the frequency 8, isn't it? Both are same. So that's why you have to write the digit as 3 and 9. So these 3 and also 9 digits have occurred most of the time, isn't it? So when you observe the frequency, they are 8. So it is occurred most of the time. Similarly, we have to write least, isn't it? When you observe from the beginning of the data, observe the frequency. With respect to frequency, you have to choose the digits. So 2, 5, 5, 8, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 8. When you observe, this is the list, isn't it? 2 is the least frequency. So that frequency occurred least time. So which number is that? Which digit is that? So 0 is the least digit. So which has the least frequency, which has the least frequency. So this completes 7th one. Move to next, 8th one. 8th one we have to write. So 8th one, so given 30 children were asked about the number of hours they watched TV programs in the previous week. The results were found as follows. They have asked 30 children how much of hours they have spent in front of TV. They told you in hours they have given. They have given in number of hours. They have watched the TV for hours. So they have given the data. We have to write it. They have given 3 rows, isn't it? Let me write 3 rows. 1, 6, 2, 3, 5, 12, 5, 8, 4, 8. In the first row, they have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they have given 10 numbers. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have given, in the first row, they have given 10 numbers. Say, similarly, they have given 3 rows. 10, 3, 4, 12, 2, 8, 5, 2, 8, after 12, 2, 8, 15. It is 15, 1, 17, and 6. The last row we have to write. So 3, 2, 8, 5, 9, 6, 8, 7, 14, 12. After writing this, verify it whether you have written properly. So 1, 6, 2, 3, 5, 12, 5, 8, 4, 8, 10, 3, 4, 12, 2, 8, 15, 1, 17, 6. Last 3, 2, 8, 5, 9, 6, 8, 7, 14, 12. You have to check it if it is correct. Because this frequency distribution depends on this data, isn't it? So the data should be written in correct format. So what we have to find? So these are the 13 children who have watched the TV for hours. For example, first student has watched TV for 1 hour. Second student has watched for 6 hours. What they have given? The information of 30 students. This is 30 students who watched TV for hours. In hours, they have watched it. As I told you, first students watch it for 1 hour, second 6 hours, third students watch it 2 hours. Like similarly, they have given for 30 students. What we have to do? We have to make a grouped frequency distributions. They have given clearly. In previous 7th problem, we have not made it in a grouped, like we have written like digits, isn't it? 0, 1, 2, 3. Here, what we have to make? We have to make a grouped frequency distribution table for this data, taking a class width 5 and one of the class interval as 5 to 10. So as I told you, class width 5 means when you subtract the upper limit and lower limit, you have to get as 5. They have given the hint. That is, we have to take the class interval for 5 to 10. One of the class interval should be 5 to 10. Verify it whether you will you get the width as 5. Width nothing but size, width, size, all are same. So when you subtract upper limit minus lower limit, will you get the width as 5? Check it, verify it. So they have given the hint as one of the interval as you have to take it as 5, 10. 10 minus 5, when you subtract, what do you get? You get 5. So therefore, the width or the size is 5. So you have to start from the class interval from least. When you observe, the least number is 1, isn't it? So the least number is 1. You can start from the interval 0 to 5. You can start from the interval by taking the interval as 0 to 5. Why we have to take 0 to 5? They have given the interval, one of the intervals they have given as 5 to 10, isn't it? One of the interval they have given 5 to 10. So when you subtract, you will get 5. So the previous should be 0 to 5. Why? When you subtract that, you will get 5. No, that's why you have to start from 0 to 5. So this is class interval. So the class interval is in hours, isn't it? It is the hours. The students watch the TV. Similarly, what is the greatest number when you observe? So I think 15, 17, you have 17. So you can write till 20, isn't it? When you observe, you have 15, 17 means you can write up to 20. Let me write. I've written the first interval as 0 to 5, 5 to 10. Similarly, 10 to, excuse me, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, isn't it? So as I told you, the last digit is not included, isn't it? As I told you, the last digit is not included. So for this one, what we have to do? We have to write the frequency. We have to write the frequency. So for the first one, we need to make a grouped frequency of distribution of taking class width is 5. When you subtract it, you will get the class width or the size as 5 in each row. And they have given one of the interval as 5, 10. We have taken 5 between 5 and 10. We need to count the numbers in that data. So count it. Where do you get? It should lies between 0 to 5. As I told you in previous problem, since it is repeated, the upper limit is repeated in the next row. So don't consider this upper limit. So what are the numbers you have to take then? What are the numbers you have to include then? So you have to include here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it? As I told you, 5 is in next row. So don't consider. So similarly, when you move to next second row, 5 to 10. Observe the 10, it is repeated in here. So leave this 10 and write, include all the numbers. Let me write from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have to start from 5. After that, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, don't include, it will come in the next row. So next, for the next row, what you have to include the number? Start from 10. Because we have not taken 10 here. No, that's we have to take it. You have to consider in the next row. So 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. 15 don't consider because it will come in the next row. So consider 15 here, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 don't consider. So let me write now. What you have to do? Observe this number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the given data. And write the frequency. How many times these numbers has repeated? You have to check in the given data. So count from the beginning. As I told you, go from row wise or column wise. Always go from row wise. It will be easy. So search it. 0 you won't get, but you have got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second row. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So accept that. So you will get 10. So the 10 numbers which have repeated these numbers which have included 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 many times. So move to next row. So search for this number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. in the given data, count it. If it is repeated, you have to count it. So again, you have to start from first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have 12. Count it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, don't include 10 because you have to include in third row. So don't include. So how many I have written in first row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 in first row. In second row, 6. Continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you will get 13. So don't forget, you have to include 5 also. So when you include, you'll get 13. Next, similarly, move to the next row. So you have to include 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So count it from the beginning. Search from 12, 10 now. So 12 is there. Here also you have 12. So count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5, isn't it? So you will get 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 when you search it here. Similarly, last one, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So search for this number in the given data. If it is repeated, count it. You have to include in frequency. So in the first row, do you get any 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? You won't get any number between 15 to 19. In the next second row. So do you get any number 15 to 19? Here you have 1, that is 15. Here you have one more, that is 17. In the last row, you won't get. So it is 2. So these are the frequency for the class intervals. So you have to total it. So when you total, what you have to get? You have to get 30 students. Counted 10 plus 13, which is 23, 23 plus 25. Sorry, 23 plus 5, 28, 28 plus 2, 30. So it is 30, it is verified. So it is correct. What you have to need to find for the 8, this is for the first one. 8th one you have subdivision, next one you have. That is, they have given how many children watched television for 15 or more hours a week. How many children watched television for 15 hours or more than 15 hours? So to check that, observe this. It is in hours, isn't it? It is more than equal to 15 or more than 15. So when you check the frequency, how many students have watched? So 2 students who had watched more than 15 hours. So how many students have watched more than 15 hours? 2 students who watched more than 15 hours, isn't it? Now this complete 8th one. So move to 9th one. So we need to find the 9th one, that is the last problem of this exercise 14.2. They have given exercise 14.2, last problem, ninth one. Given a company manufactures a car batteries of a particular type. This lives in years of 40 such batteries were recorded as follows. They have given the batteries for 40 years. So they have given data 2.6, 3.0, 2.6, 3.0. Let me write in a column, guys. 3.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.6. So next 2.3 and 4.4, 3.2, 3.8, 3.7, 3.2, 3.4, 3.9, 3.2, 3.2, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2, 2.6. So I have written 4 columns, move to 5th column, 2.2, 3.8, 2.9, 3.2, 3.5, 4.1, 3.2, 3.0, 3.1, and 4.2. You have 2 more columns, 3.5, 4.6, 4.3, 3.7, 2.9. So 4.5, last 3.7, 2.8, 3.4, 3.6. What they have given, what I have written, the data is the company manufacture car batteries of a particular type. So in years of 40, such batteries were recorded. So this they have given how many columns are there when you count it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Column into row or row into column. So 8 into 5. So they have given 40. So they have given 40 such batteries. These are the details about batteries, 40 batteries. So construct a grouped frequency distribution table for this data using the class interval of size 0.5 starting from the interval 2 to 2.5. They have given the starting interval. Starting from the interval, we need to take as 2 to 2.5. Let me write that table. Class interval. So this is frequency you need to maintain. So as they have given, construct a grouped frequency distribution table for this data using the class interval size. Size means what? When you subtract upper limit and lower limit, you have to get the size as 0.5. So what is the size they have given? They have given 0.5. When you subtract upper limit and lower limit, you need to get 0.5. They have given the clue. You have to start. 0. Size is class interval size is 0.5. Starting from the interval, you have to start from 2 to 2.5. You have to start from 2 to 2.5. Observe here lower limit is 2, upper limit is 2.5. When you subtract 2.5 and 2.0, what do you get? 5 minus 0, 5. So you get 0.5, which is the size or which is the width, isn't it? So you need to take, when you subtract the lower limit and upper limit, you have to get as 0.5 such that you have to write it. So when you observe the greatest number here, when you observe this column, so it is 4.6, 4.6. It will be more than 4.6, isn't it? Let me take the class intervals from 2.0 to 2.5. Similarly, 2.5 to 3.0, 3.0, 3.5, 3.5 to, so 3.5 to 4.0, 4.0 to 4.5, 4.5 to 5.0. Search for the numbers between 2 to 2.5. As I told you, search start from 2. 2 is nothing but 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Don't include that 2.5 because you have to include in next row 2.5. So search for this number in the given data. Search for 2.0 or 2.0 is nothing but 2, same as 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 in the given data. When you search it, start from row wise or column wise. Let me go from column wise. 2 point less than 2.5 you have to get it. So here you have 2.3, 1. So here you have 2.2, 2. So you will get 2. One is 2.3, another one is 2.2. You have two numbers which include 2.2 and 2.3. Move to next one. So 2.5, start from 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 and 2.9. Don't include 3.0, it will come in the next row. Go in a column wise. 2.6, here you have 2.6, 2.5, 2.5, more than 2.5. Do you get any numbers? So here you have one more. 2.9, 2.9, 2.8. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6, isn't it? So you will get 6. So rub it. So next row, next you have to find from 3.0 to 3.5, isn't it? So as I told you, start from 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, comma 3.3, 3.4. Search for this number row wise or a column wise in a given data. Write the frequency. Let me start from column wise. Search from 3.0 to 3.4. 3.5, don't consider it. 2.5, don't consider, don't consider, don't consider. 3.0, you can consider because here you have 3.0. Next, 3.2, you can consider. Here you have, don't consider. 3.7, don't consider. 3.2, here you have 3.2. 3.4, consider. 3.2. Next column, 3.2, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2 also you can consider. Similarly, 3.8 don't consider. 3.2 you can consider. 3.5 don't consider 3.5 because it will come in the next row. So next column, 3.2 consider. 3.0 consider. 3.1 also you can include. Next move, 3.5 don't consider. 3.7 also don't consider. Last, 3.4. So how many you will get? Counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you have 14, isn't it? So let me rub that. For the next row, you won't get confusion because if you rub it. So next interval, what you need to take? You have to take, have I written? So I have written no 410. Next, you have to take from 3.5 to 4.0. As I told you, start from 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4.0, you have to include in next row. So search for this number in a given data. What do you get? Count it and write it. So let me count from column wise. So you have to start from 3.5, between 3.5 to 3.9. No. So 1, 2, 3, because here we have 3.8. This one and this one you can include 3.9. And the next row, you have started from 3.5. So 3.5 is less than 3.5. So consider 3.8. 3.5 you can include. In the next column, 3.5 you can take. 3.7 you can take. 3.7 you can take. 3.6 you can take. So count it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11, isn't it? Move to next. So 4.0, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. Don't include 4.5, it will come in the next row. So search for this number 4.0, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 in a given data. Search in a column wise. So let me erase it. So you have to search from 4.0 to 4.5. So when you observe 4.6, it is not included. Next 4.4. Next. Do you get any 4? Yes, 4.1. And in the same column, you will get another 4.2. In the next column, 4.3. In the last column, you won't get, because in the last column, you have 4.5, which is not included in this row. So count it 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4. Similarly, move for 4.5 to 5.0. So start from 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. Isn't it? So 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. Search it here. How much before I'll search? You have to rub it. So search it 4.5 to 4.9 column wise. So 4.5, here you have 4.6. Second column you don't get. Third column also you won't get. Fourth column you won't get. Fifth also won't get. Sixth you won't get. Seventh you have 4.6. Last one, in the last one you will get 4.5. How many are there? 1, 2, another one is 3. So you will get the frequency as 3, isn't it? So now you have to total it. When you total it, how much you have to get? 40 you have to get. 2 plus 6, 8, 8 plus 14, 22, 22 plus 11, 33, 33 plus 4, 37, 37 plus 3, 40. Is 40. So this complete exercise 14.2. In the next class, I'll start next exercise 14.3. Thank you. And those who have not submitted the classwork, you have to submit it and write it and submit it. Thank you.